He was Mexican, and his English was oi oi oi, and his Spanish was orale way. So he was.
Yo, he had two teams.
Oh,
Socceroo
man.
and a three. Yes, sir. You know the fucking vibes. NYCFC Feather Podcast is back with a win. First away win of the 2025 season. Feeling good. Feeling great. Sanchez, how are you?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
You know what?
The bad guys are back, baby.
Bad guys are back on a Saturday night. Feel the night fever.
Yo, you imagine
You know what I mean?
70s,
It's a
bro?
beautiful Saturday night here.
We would've been
live.
wilding in the 70s. What?
What? Yo, I honestly
Studio
always said,
54?
I've said it that if I was around
bro.
in like from 25 to 35, between like 75 to 85, where's that transition?
Like before hip hop started?
No, because it's like disco into like that glam metal era, like that transition era when there was just like bad music into worse music.
Right.
But yet everybody still had fun. It was still like, this is what we got. Let's make the best of it out of it.
That's
You know
the
what I mean?
vibe right there, bro.
Yeah, so
that's the vibe.
As those that lived around that time say, when it was pure.
Hey, when the pure was mira, papi. Oye, papi, mira.
I mean, you
get it.
with the AO, bro.
¿Tú quieres venir un pasecito aquí en Nueva York? Oye,
The little vials and shit. Yousef, what's good, bro?
What's good, yo?
the little miles.
The little vials. Not yellow tops. It's just,
Little yellow
oh,
tops.
man. It's all chill,
Blue tops, yellow tops, red tops.
Been
got
consuming
garbage
a bunch of
around the way,
soccer today, bro. Also, when you started singing that, dudes, the first thing that I thought about was NBA Live, like 2003, 2004. I forget the one with Vince Carter on the cover.
Yep.
Oh, man.
What were you just singing?
Night Fever.
No. Before that, feeling good.
Atlanta joint. The Outcast joint, excuse me. Feeling good.
That was the song that when
Yeah.
the game came on, it was international.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast.
Excuse me, by the Marines?
By the Marines.
The Marines.
The few.
The few, the proud. Here's 30K. See you later.
We got to add by the Marines, too. Fucking Marines, dog.
You remember
there's a
remember the movie
podcast that I haven't found. I've heard 2 clips from it.
Okay.
Yo, they're fucking intriguing, son.
The Marines?
They're
Like
clips.
former military
I'm not sure, but they're former military people and
telling war stories, literally.
Telling literal war stories. Because you know how back in the day it was like taboo to be like, hey man,
is it the killing one?
did you kill somebody?
This is something you
know like you and then like yo, these dudes is like, yeah, exactly.
Nah, bro, I know exactly the series.
Telling stories about how they murked people. They was I'm like,
listen,
very intrigued. I want to find the name of that podcast. If anybody knows the name of that pod, let me know, bro.
Bro, I got you. Trust me. I literally have that saved in my YouTube because I've seen it. It's called the Killing Series. And they literally go.
God, yo.
It's true. They have different soldiers from different eras of like they have like World War II vets, Vietnam vets, Afghanistan vets, Korean vets.
You slam the door too hard, they fucking get on the ground.
And they'll talk about like their first kill. Yo, there's one dude that like resonated with me because of how cold he was about it.
Yeah,
where he was just like, that was my job. I will do it again.
I have a friend.
I was like, wow, bro.
He was in the Army. He was an Army Ranger. I say was because he passed away in 2013. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, bro.
You know what I mean? And the last time I saw him, when he was on leave in New York, he threw a party at his house. He got a little drunk and he started telling war stories, bro. And it's like, when you captivate the room and it's like a room full of people and everybody's silent. The music is down. And it's just him telling a story. No interruption. It's just like an eternal monologue of like him just speaking, and everybody's just like focused in. My man was out there laying body after body like Mayor Giuliani. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm not sitting here
Army Ranger.
that I want to glorify this.
Nah,
but it's just information that you don't hear about. Like,
no, at all.
Like, because I don't know if you remember the movie Platoon.
Yes,
from back in the day.
Yeah.
A lot of Vietnam. That's the one with Charlie Sheen, right?
Charlie Sheen, Kevin Dillon.
Okay. So a lot of Oliver Stone, I believe, was the director on that one.
Was it dude from Code 45? Was Billy D. Williams in that also?
In Platoon?
I don't remember if he was in that one.
Okay.
But anyway, they had trained the actors for a few weeks.
They gave them actual boot camp in the jungle.
The jungle, and they had like they would shoot at them with blanks and like send in goats into their I think it's called the banks or whatever it is where they would stay at. But if y'all ever go back and watch the film, that opening scene where they're just walking, the platoon is just walking, and they got that disheveled face, and they just look like they just been literally in the trenches.
Because
they were. And I remember hearing about Vietnam vets being like, yo, that's exactly how it is. Hold on one second. That's exactly how it was. The other one too was Saving Private Ryan. The World War II vets, when they seen that opening scene, some people were falling out.
Oh, that
shit. That's like, yo, this is literally how it was. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of like a little bit similar, but same but different. You know,
same but different.
You know what I mean? It's like when I watch like prison movies or TVs, I was like,
it
never happened. Yeah. Or when they see something, I'm like, that's exactly how that would happen. You know, you're like,
yo, not for nothing. When you talked about money who were captivating the room, there's times, bro, you tell stories where it's just like, yo, everybody shut the fuck up. Like, I'm trying to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I'm
trying to see what to not do.
What to not do. So
I'm like, bro, you understand? I still remember when Sanchez first told me, like, and I'm not gonna go because this wasn't on the pod, but something like I think it was like just you were telling me just how like in first couple of days, and then like all the stuff were like the and in my head I'm like, because you were telling me how shit was like getting split up, like in like sort of like the crews, and in my head I'm like, my personality would like, I would just be in a corner by myself for the first 3 months, because I would just be like, I'm not trying to make no wrong moves right now.
Yeah,
because I was just you got me so like locked in. Because you had but it's just to Dave's point, like you had me so locked into that. I was like,
you
bro,
you put yourself in those stories, and like, and it's not that I'm trying to say that I'm glorifying these things, but I think back, like there was a time where I didn't know what to do with my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm about to join the military. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll join the Marines, I'll join the Army, whatever it was, because I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And it's like, you know, we're
back then, we were getting paid. People were getting paid at that time.
And we were the ones, you know, I don't know for you, but for me, my mentality, when the second plane hit in 9/11, my first thing that I said to our teacher, I said, shit, are we gonna get drafted? Because they taking us. You know what I'm saying? They not taking these white kids from the suburbs.
Yeah, that was our age group. Yeah.
I was 16. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
From the hood, dog. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking these white kids from the suburbs. They taking these kids from the inner cities. And my first thought was, yo, are we going to get drafted? Because we would have been the kids going to Vietnam.
You
like
really
that,
was, bro.
Like,
exactly.
So hearing those stories is like, fuck, I can see myself in this.
Because I almost went to the military after high school. Right out of high school, I had no direction in life. Also,
no,
I was like,
how many of us had the same story?
I
remember yours too, though, bro.
It's either I get killed on the block, or I get killed in the desert. You know what I mean? Like, what's the two, bro?
Crazy,
like, at least over there at the desert, I'm gonna get the health care. You know what I mean? Like,
you get a heart and shit. You know.
Yo, I knew someone that they paid him from the inner city, a Latino kid from the inner city. They gave him $30,000 to join the military just to sign up.
With all that,
bro. You know, what do you do? And people were doing that. You know, people were signing up because they were paying money, and the people who, I don't want to get too political, the people who, like, going off what you're saying, the people who would sign up for these and need that money are the youth, the inner city kids.
Yeah,
bro, it's on purpose.
30 grand up front.
If
pay the rent. Yeah.
You've been to Fordham. You've seen the recruiting office that's on the concourse, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they would always have like they would do the whole tactics, like have the Hellcat when they came out, but always have like whatever car they can get. They would pull up in my high school with
the Hummers and shit, right?
like the Hummers and the Suzuki bikes that they would get over like during the summer, and they would just post up.
Rough Riders showing up to your school,
bro.
They would just they would just post up, bro. They would legit
these suburban schools, bro.
They're
going to these inner city schools. Like I know thousands of dudes who had the same story. Yeah, the military came to my high school.
I took the test.
Recruit us and shit
in high school. In the school auditorium, I took the military exam. I scored the ASVAB. I scored an 86. They every single
ready.
Recruiters were coming to my door in my apartment in my living room trying to convince me to sign up for their branch. I felt like Shador Sanders out there about to get drafted in the 4th round and shit. You know what I
mean? Imagine Sanchez on some like he did some missions and then he gets recruited by the CIA and this motherfucker becomes a spy.
Bro,
That's just a spy, bro.
Bro, I would have been all up in that, bro. I'm gonna send you guys a picture of my boy. He has a crazy picture in the desert out there with the
turban?
No, the kififa. How you pronounce that word? The scarf with the that looks like a checkered.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know how. I don't know the name.
How is it? The kafia. Well, he has that with a rocket launcher. Talking like
with a rocket launcher.
With a rocket launcher, bro. My boy was in. My boy. He's rest in peace. He was in Syria taking out targets before Syria was on our news.
Damn.
Before it was on the TV, and we're like, oh, we're in Syria back in the Arab was it the Arab Spring and back like in 2014 or whatever, 2015, whenever that was. He was out there already, like handling business for Obama.
Remember when I sent you that clip, and not to like forget the point, but I sent you that clip of the in the comedy show. There was like a veteran that was asked like, what was like the most sort of like mindfuck thing that ever happened to you, and he was like, I came home and I saw something that I was a part of a year ago on the news being reported as live.
Yeah,
like he was home and he was like, I was there. And it was reported as if this is something live is happening.
But listen, not to get too off. Let's steer this ship.
Back towards this shit. That is a soccer podcast. We're talking about war and
we're talking about war and fucking PTSD and shit. You know what I mean? But some way, somehow, I will put my story together. Some way, somehow,
you need to.
Whether it's a book or a film or something, this is going to happen. And I'm gonna get on that very soon. Start putting putting that story together, and then maybe I can be able to share it to everybody who's willing to listen.
Hey, because and Kugler can make a movie.
You know, and it's like it's crazy out there. You know what I mean? But you know what? You know what's even crazier? Imagine paying, hear me out, thousands of dollars to go to WrestleMania. Right,
WrestleMania,
and then to get back to your hotel is like a whole 4-hour excursion through the that's the Mojave Desert, right? But Las Vegas is in the Mojave Desert, right?
I actually don't know.
Yeah,
let me look that
up. I think it's the Mojave Desert. And trying to get back into your hotel in the heat of night, and Vegas is hot. If it's hot in the daytime,
Las Vegas is the Mojave Desert.
Yes. See, I know my little. I know all about stolen lands.
Oh my god!
And the Rocuster in them, baby. And the Rocuster in them. You know what I mean?
We see it, we like it, we take it.
You know what I mean? So, and they're getting stranded, going. Like, you should put the video up. I want to give a shout out to my boy Charlie Biscotto over here.
We bring this up because he's an NYCFC supporter.
NYCFC supporter, yes. First and foremost, NYCFC fan. I think he listens to the pod. But this video went viral this week about all over. It's been all over Pat McAfee and everything.
Yeah, I'll pause it when
people trying to go up the down escalator.
My man,
there's like 2,000-3,000 people trying to get up the escalator,
right?
And there's one dude who's making me look like a fucking superstar. Like,
so like the feet. Look at them. Oh man, it's so
he's
sad.
Hurting, bro. He's hurting. Look at Charlie. Just
my bad.
Charlie, listen, buddy. I'm from New York. I put fucking 22,000 steps.
There we go.
Bro.
Hey,
look at my man Charlie.
Charlie with the CM Punk.
That's fucking funny. Yo, when I saw the video,
First time.
I was like,
Originally.
damn, the first time. I said, damn, that. I said that kind of looked like Charlie, bro. And then I saw underneath the post was Chadwick. Was like, nah, Chadwick tagged him. He was like, yo, Charlie, is that you? And then underneath Charlie was like, yeah, bro.
Charlie runs marathons, bro. He wasn't that's spring chicken for him. That's like, you know what?
Yeah, that's nothing, yo.
That's nothing.
Now the question is this, my boys. If we were stranded,
I'm on that line.
Excalibur side, are we running up the stairs?
No, because this is what I would have done. No, this is what I would have done. Behind this Excalibur, there's a mall. Okay. Right. I went to a game at Allegiant Stadium last summer. Remember, the guys? I went to Jamaica versus Ecuador. That voyage that they're doing, I did that. I did that walk last year in the heat. It was daytime still too, and just forget about it. You walk through a mall, hang out in the mall,
just chill out for a little. It's City. What's like right by City Walk, right? Like across the street from City Walk.
Yeah, but crossing the street's a quarter mile, bro. Like in Vegas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Vegas is huge. Them streets are huge, bro.
Like you think it's right there?
Yeah.
It's not right there. I don't know what they got the illusions and all hieroglyphic, like a hologram shit. Like the buildings look closer than they appear. Like the mirror in your car,
fucking big. That's why, bro.
Yeah, they're nowhere.
I think I would just try to hop the fence and just take my chance with the traffic instead of being that pile, bro.
Nah, bro. First off, you could die. And second off, you will get arrested for that.
Yeah,
like
because 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds.
Can walk. You walk over that overpass when Allegiant.
That's what they're trying to get on. They're trying to go
that's what
up.
They're trying to
no, I'm not talking about that overpass. That's the boulevard. But like, because I remember
every corner there's an overpass.
There was just it's just a street. It's like Allegiant, and then there's like a highway next to it. If you walk over there,
that's the other way, bro. That's going away from the strip.
That's crazy.
That's going away from the strip.
Yeah, I don't know what
that is. Yo, go eat a water. There's a water burger in that mall, bro. Water burger, bro.
Just go stuff.
No, not water. The Wahlburgers. That's what it is. Wahlburgers.
I never had
Marky Mark in them,
bro.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to go to Austin, bro. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get that water burger. Get it that way day.
Water burgers.
What is a water burger?
It's like a
it's a southern chain of it's a 24-hour
smash burger type burger.
Yeah, but they sell it. It's 24 hours though. Like you could get that burger at
I think it's
8
better
a.m.
in and out. I think it's better in and out.
Oh yeah, I had it when I lived in Tulsa. That shit was man.
Yeah,
Penny drunken nights.
Whataburger is pretty shit.
Time out real quick.
Nash
56 minutes.
Hold on. You bro. Hold on.
I'm not trying to pause the pod. I'm just letting.
Oh no, because that's literally what I just did.
No. No,
it's recording again. It's recording now. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pause the pod. I was just saying breaking news. I should have said breaking news.
There you go.
7-0. Wow, is this the first 7-0 since ours?
7-0. Nashville over Chicago 7-0.
Is this the first 7-0 in MLS since it happened to us? Since the Red Wedding?
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. It could be.
It might be 7-0. 7-0 is like a number that not too common.
Thank God.
Hold up, they're still playing?
Yeah, it's just the 56 minute.
Nah, they might get 8 on them.
That's a 10. That's a 10 on the Bale Hopper. Bale Hopper. KDB's not going there. Fuck that. Come over here, my guy. Please.
I don't want them.
Yo, speaking of KDB, I had a brain fart there for a second. I was going to say KBD. Let's talk about this new signing that NYCFC just signed. Should we go there?
Ozzy. Oi.
Hey.
Boom, we got ourselves a mate. The mate from down under.
Oi. Shrimp on the barbie.
So, Aiden O'Neal.
Mate. I'm going for my walk out.
He comes to us from Standard Liège, which listeners will know that is where Ronnie Dyler left us to when he said, I'm going to go play for a real stadium. What happened? No, because he was in Melbourne when that happened.
Oh, so he came.
Actually, I think he might have been at Burnley still probably when that happened because he was at.
No, but he was at Standard Liège for a couple years. Do you think they crossed paths? That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't think so. I
do a little mathematics.
Because remember he also had left for Standard Liège to go to Club Rouge right after.
but he was there for a year.
Thought, bro. Dyla is a thought.
And that's you got to get your money, bro. You got to get your money.
So, I'm about my money, man. I'm about my money, man.
And it
2023. I don't think he was there. I don't think because I think he was already at a Club Brugge by then. Yeah.
Club Brugge. What do you guys think of this signing though?
Listen, I don't know, but I won. You know, in a way, it's like, okay, cool. We're doing a signing. We made a signing. Mm-hmm. You're gonna put up that's the techno, the EDM mixtape.
Yeah, that's the one that we, when you got
those watching, we're watching the his little highlight reel that NYCFC posted.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
And which I'm just saying he plays like an 8. He said, but box to box. But there's one thing, man, that I've seen that get me hype. Maybe obviously the little techno, but he shoots outside the box. He shoots outside the box. He's not afraid of doing that, and
which is good because at first you were very weary of the fact that he's a defensive mid.
Yeah, but then I
saw the highlight. It didn't have the techno, but I did see the highlight, and he be scoring goals, bro. His
best years was in his best scoring years was at Melbourne.
So he said it in the interview that like he has fond memories of being part of CFG, so he's happy to be back. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, I have this thing where I was thinking this morning, like CFG constantly gives us like these kind of players instead of the
what I said the other day to you guys? Like, hey, CFG, can you send us a player from City? Best we can do is Melbourne City.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the matching offer, but I don't. Maybe the telecast today. I was, we're kind of hard on doing the Spanish telecast. They were big on Jonathan Shore. They were hyping him up, but they brought up that we have the signing, and they're saying like he might come in, take his spot, but so what happens there? So like, do we think that it's just gonna slide in right away, or it's gonna take some time to be like? Yeah, no, I'm asking. That's a question I want to ask you guys.
Can I put like a foil hat on real quick?
By all means.
I should keep a roll right by on my desk, just for moments like this. What if, in the world we live in, where Keaton Parks is potentially looking for a move out this summer?
No.
Think about this. Let me get into it. So this player could play basically 2 midfield positions: the holding midfielder and like the supporting 8 box to box midfielder, right?
Yep.
We have 3 of those already on the roster: Johnny Shore, Keaton Parks, which are our stars, Andres Perea, and then Justin Hack in the wake step play in there. So we have players. So adding another player, yes, is a great, builds competition and let the best man win. Whoever the best player is plays the position. But what if we're preparing ourselves for life without any one of them? Imagine any one of them is like, yo, there's a move. Because the 3 players that are playing right now, Shore, Parks, and Perea, one of them is going to lose all their minutes if this guy's going to get any type of minutes.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That person will be ostracized. And none of those 3 players that are named before deserve to lose their minutes as of now. So what if we're preparing for life without one of those players? And I'm going to say Keaton Parks is young enough to be like, to push for a move. Remember, he played in Europe for a bit. Maybe he has the little itch to go back out there. I don't know nothing. This is me.
I don't know, man. It could be. It could be. Listen, it's all. We just shooting shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. It could happen. But I do like the signing because it gives competition to answer your question, Yousef. Now we got competition between the 2, Johnny Shore and O'Neal over here. So it's a good thing. We lack depth. Now, we added a player in a spot that was needed.
Or maybe it could be like, maybe they know, I'm gonna just say Johnny Shore says he might be eligible for some youth tournaments or something. Maybe we might miss him at certain point of the season. We don't know.
I think with him there though, it's like I think he slots in. I think I'm gonna say he slots in.
I think so too.
he is the more experienced player. Obviously, he's played at a higher level than Jonathan Shore. But now that you said, yeah. So according to Twitter, in the standard league threads, like for the post, people apparently didn't like him as a captain. But
oh wow, really?
Yeah, they said that's where it was. Not a lot of comments, but it was just some of the translated ones was like, he had apparently had like a big goal for them. He's like, aside from that, they're like, and it's him and another player. They're like grouping together and like.
I think Uni had 4 goals for them.
Yeah,
that's why I said his
best
think about it, years was in Melbourne.
But if you're playing, all right, because he said, I want to be a number 8. He looked up to Frank Lampard and Gerrard, right?
Yeah.
So those are scoring midfielders.
Frank,
like Frank Lampard for his life was a very well. Oh, that's a horrible sentence. He scored the ball well as a number 8. If you bring in that to us,
lo sabe meter.
Go run for it. But now you have me thinking, Sanchez, with that, because when Perea came in, this meant like I forgot that he was good, and then it hit me. I was like, oh wait, we do have like now a problem, because Perea showed obviously like he wants to have minutes. Why else come over here? You were going to be in at Philly, right?
What if one of them what if one of them is a trade bait? You know how you could do trades and sell on, or someone within the league. Someone within the league. He's like, hey, like someone like Andres Perea could be a great addition to any team in the league. Remember, he did come from another MLS team. Yeah. Now that you could do like the in league sales and stuff like that, like he might if I was a scout or a GM from another team, he would be someone that I think I should go after if I needed a position. Because, MLS experience, veteranship, not veteran. He's not the Kazol because he has a lot of years already in the league with Orlando and us. A great player, and we could probably get him at an affordable price in comparison to bringing someone from abroad. This guy did cost 2 million euros, 2.5 million euros. You know, so that means there's a fee for this guy, so that they're not gonna not play him. You know, so now unfortunately someone's gonna lose all their minutes. I hope Johnny Shore. I think Perea now. I hope it's not Johnny Shore, because Johnny Shore to me is someone who showed you in this young season enough to be like, hey, he deserves to be a starter out there. Yes, he has his moments. Maybe he's not a 90-minute player for now, but I think he's legitimately like a player that we could count on to give us substantial amount of minutes. I think he already has more minutes than someone like Jovan Mijatovic had all last season. Like,
I mean, he starts.
Jovan didn't have 300 minutes this year.
Nah, that's true.
Listen,
I like Johnny Shore. First off, he got a fire ass name, Johnny Shore. That sounds like some Instagram shit.
Johnny Shore.
Johnny Shore.
That does sound
right.
Yo, hold up, because there's a Johnny. There's a Johnny in the Twitter world.
Johnny Shore, right there, bro. He's wavy as fuck.
He has this weird, like, quiet, like, demeanor swag about him that I can't put it like I can't pinpoint it, but there's like
it's because he's a child. That's why.
Yeah, but he's like also confident about, like, I think he prides himself in stealing, like, does not sound weird, but stealing balls from forwards.
Yeah,
like what we would call cookies. Like, I feel like that's his strong suit. Like that's where his skills. Like if he was a FIFA player, his special skill would be that. And it would be dope to see him grow. Maybe see from O'Neal, learn. But damn, Perea, I could see him leaving in the summer. Maybe
that sucks, because I like that dude.
Yeah,
but he's not starting. So
I think he came in as
I think if another team, but I think if another team says, "Hey, we're going to offer you a starting role in MLS, starting minutes," you know what I mean? Like you take that.
Similar to what EBA got when he left mid-season. Because he was like, he felt that he was a starter, which he wound up eventually becoming the starter, especially after he went to LAFC. Remember where Chiellini got hurt? Ibiaga became the full-time starter. Remember that guy?
That's true.
So it's like he went to Dallas.
And he's a starter over there. So I think Perea could be a player who's like, hey,
you need the minutes need to happen because everybody's dream is to move on to probably a bigger league, especially him. So
everybody. Yeah,
I don't see it as bad. Honestly, in talking now, I don't see it as bad business if he does
it's
leave.
not.
It's not bad business. If we're gonna talk a quick about moving, I think it was Taylor Twellman who does the armchair analyst. Doyle, no, not Twellman. Doyle, right?
Matt Doyle. Yeah,
Matt Doyle.
Yeah. There's been already like the conversations of like, hey, Ojeda and Julian are misses for us, and like there might be shopping those out because they just don't see plans. Like, so I'm hoping maybe that's not this year because those are two big holes then we have to cover, and I don't know if we could fill those in the summer with anybody.
Yeah,
but that I hear those rumors, not rumors, but just the buzz around like, hey, we missed on these two signings. Like they're just not gonna be what we think they're gonna be. So who knows what this team is thinking and going forward with signings. We beat the dead horse on that. Like this team is so close, tight lip on signings that you just don't know when it's happening. I didn't think this was happening. I didn't think we were going to sign him.
Yeah, because the rumors kind of came out a couple weeks ago, but it didn't really seem like anything was going to happen from it.
Nothing. And then the deadline came around, 12 a.m. hit, and I'm like, donde?
Yeah.
But man was in
Manchester. But overall, what do you guys think of the signing? Good signing, bad signing?
I think
7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 1 out of 10.
I think it's a positive for the team, for the play on the field. It's a positive move, which it's only a negative for the specific players who are going to lose minutes on their personal stat sheet, But as for the team, I think it could be a positive thing. Look, he speaks English. That's really important. Look, no, it just is. He speaks English.
That's true.
He can communicate. He might. You don't know. In Belgium they have a lot of South American players. Maybe he got a little poppy in him. You know what I mean? So
I will say this. One of my favorite Australians that I have. He be hanging out with the puppies and shit, bro. He knows the vibes and shit. So
Australia got Argentinians out there, So
I know that.
My neighbor in the 2018 Russia World Cup in the hostel I stayed at in my little cubicle pod. Remember the video, the little pod shit that I stayed in? My neighbor was a Mexican cat from Australia.
A Mexican from Australia.
A Mexican
that's random
from Australia. His wife was Australian. I don't know, bro. There's I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong joke either. So I would just leave it at that. He was Mexican. And his English was oi oi oi, and his Spanish was órale güey, So
he was. He had two teams, Socceroo and a three.
Nah,
I like his attitude. I like. There's some videos I've seen of like the way he speaks in the locker room. I think I'm more excited to see how that develops because
a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah, he seems to be like one of those He's like, I'm gonna be that guy.
I imagine him and Ronnie Dyla in a bar, getting pissed drunk, and you can't understand neither one of them. When's the fucking lit? Like, what the fuck? The only concerning part about this player.
What was the shit we used to quote about Ronnie Dyla? What is vibes?
Wives.
What is wives?
The only concern I have for this player, right? And it's not even a major concern. He plays for the national team.
Yeah, he's a Socceroo.
On international duty. That's like a 20-hour flight, bro.
Yeah.
At that PJ, bro.
Longer, yo.
From New York.
That's that PJ.
Okay. Maybe a little longer.
But and that's probably flying the best case scenario, 20 hours type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on minimal layovers, if that, or whatever, how it works. He might need Elon to get him fucking over there in 11 minutes and shit.
That's
it to matter and shit.
But you see, that's crazy.
That's the only concern. The way back on the comebacks, that means when he comes back, he might miss that first game after international duty just because he got there 7 minutes ago. From the airport straight to the stadium type shit.
Like, it's weird. This is the type of thing where gets me about the players we get, right? And we're New York. We got we're supposed to be this sort of flashy team in people's minds, but we get internationals, but not the internationals that are headliners. Like this guy is on a national team. He's probably gonna play in the World Cup if they qualify, which I think they probably have because Asia qualifies
They
early.
usually qualify, yeah.
So, but no one treats it
New Zealand and shit. Like they gonna qualify, dog. Like
no one treats it though. Like if it was like, yo, we got an international. Like, nah, we got somebody from a no league is what people are talking about. It's like, nah, he plays international football. He plays up against high level competition. So
yeah,
Chanot's an international when he was with us, but he wasn't a flashy player.
Yeah, because he was getting dunked
by Ronaldo.
By Ronaldo out there and shit. Luxembourg, just fucking scrimmage games.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like we get players that are on the caliber or at least are there.
World class, some might say.
Some could say world class. But there's just not why is it that this is the profile that we go for instead of not that you have to be the flashy, but even within the league we can have the Chicho Arango or type of players. Those are not, they're not necessarily international players. Or actually, has he been called up? I forgot if he got called up before. But we know him for his skill. We know what he can do. He is going to be somebody that fans will be engaged about because they've seen what he can do in the league. So it's like we don't go for that player, but we'll go for the international that nobody knows. It's just like a weird dynamic for signings. I can't wrap my head around it. It's more.
I'm interested to see him though. See how he plays. When do you guys think he'll make his debut?
Australia has not qualified yet for the World Cup. When will he make his debut?
I don't think I don't think at City. I think he has to wait for his visa too. So it's like you got to find out when he's actually able to come.
Wait, hold up. These things, he could have been already working on the visa. He could have been signed, and then just the announcement came.
That's what the commentator said today. They're just waiting for the permit.
Yeah, but he could have been working on the visa already. That takes a couple weeks.
Let's say
Saturday, May 10th. It's Yankee Stadium, maybe
Montreal.
What was that the Mother's Day game?
I believe so.
The day prior.
What time is that game?
7:30.
7:30.
Saturday night. You know what I mean?
Hit the spot. Don't believe. I thought Sanchez was going to finish that.
Yeah.
You don't like the pink room? What is it? His room is called the Diamond Club
in Vegas. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He loses all his money.
Yeah, he lost all his money and shit. All right, let's talk about this match though, man. Let's move on to that. NYCFC went up to Toronto FC to play against their football club, and boys, it was windy. 30-mile-per-hour winds, 50 kilometers for those
non-freedom units.
Non-freedom units up there. Those non-freedom units. Yeah, super windy, super windy. I'm assuming cold. I didn't see the weather. How cold
it was 39 degrees.
God damn.
It was winter still in Canada.
Yeah, they had the flags
off the Lake Ontario. Yeah, them shits was.
They wouldn't even have to wave. They just had to hold it up and hold on. You're like, they could have sailed back to freaking England from with the fucking winds on those flags. Boy,
so you put Charlie on that one of them flags, he would have flew right back to America, bro, with that shit, bro. Anyway,
right across Lake Superior, right across Lake Superior, whatever, Lake Erie, whatever the freaking.
Oh man,
Lake Ontario.
Lake Ontario.
Yeah. All of those. Nah, it's that. I've never been to BMO. I know both of you guys have.
I've never been to Toronto, bro.
No. Oh, es verdad. It's just Montreal. So Montreal. Dave, you went there. Actually, you shot. It was MLS final, right?
I did. Yep.
I forgot what year you did.
Presented by Audi and Bridgestone and
Heineken. Yeah. And I remember you telling me that you had the warmers in your pocket. How close to the river or the body of water, whatever it is?
Oh, there's a river. Right, there's a river right by there.
Yeah, it's pretty close, bro. It's a few minute walk. It's not like it's 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. It's just like right there, bro. Like,
so when that wind, it's like Jones Beach kind of setup, where it's like if the wind hits, you're gonna just get that cool from the water.
Yeah, if Jones Beach was in the middle of a fucking freezer, yeah. of a refrigerator. Yeah,
I want to say it's as close as the river is to Citi Field, but like,
damn,
it's just it's that close, bro. It's just right there,
and it's open like that. They're bugging because their supporter section is just.
I've never been that cold as I was that December night, bro.
Not even that. Not even that March day in Kansas City.
Nah, nope.
Damn,
nope.
That day was fucking brick,
son. Yeesh. Yo, this I had heat warmer or the warmers in my feet, and my feet were still cold. Like it was wild cold, but yeah, it's freezing out there. That wind off the river is something else.
Let's get into the lineup real quick.
Yo.
Ready? Bang.
All right, so here we go. Look at us, like professionals. It's like we do this for weekly for the past 5 years. All right.
Well, I just want to just because you said that, it really has been. 5 years has flown by, bro.
We're almost at the 5-year mark, guys.
We really are
very close. I feel like you smell that. I feel like we should do something about this.
That shit's crazy.
Celebrate 5 years of doing this pod. Maybe we should
celebrate.
I believe this episode is 191.
191.
We're almost at 200 audio episodes, yo.
Yeah.
You know what 191 looks like if you arrange the numbers? Sounds like we're going to war, buddy. Sounds like we're getting drafted.
Get to the lineup, bro.
I'm 40. They're gonna take them kids before me.
That's the last year eligibility, puppy.
40? What branch? So. There's no way in hell.
No, they don't take anybody over 35, bro.
35? I thought it was 36.
I'm pretty sure it's 40
for the Navy.
Well, time to break a leg or something.
National Guard. All
National Guard, here I come, yo.
Here we go. Matt Freese and goal. Tavon Gray making his 100th appearance.
Wow.
New York City FC. Hey. Justin Hack, Thiago Martins, Kevin O'Toole, Johnny Shore, Kean Parks, Maxi Morales, Hannes Wolf, Alonso Martinez, and Agustin Ojeda on the left.
Ojeda.
Wait a second. I feel like Gray's been on the team for like forever already. He only has 100 appearances.
Think about it. He really started. He kind of has break because Sinner got injured in 21, and it was in the latter part of the season. So you got 22, 23, 24. So that's what, roughly 90 matches. Yeah, in 3 years. And then with this one, it makes sense.
Oh. And I wonder.
But I want to say though, even though it may sound like maybe little, but I think we're getting to that point where a bunch of our players they've been here.
Milestones.
Yeah. We have a lot of century players. Keaton the other day just did 200.
Tavon Gray doesn't get spoken to about enough in the reasons why we won the MLS Cup final. The goal against New England, he had the assist to Santi Rodriguez goal in New England.
Remember
the free kick. Yep, the free kick that Tati scored in the MLS Cup final that trickled in. He was the one that got fouled.
Yep.
These are things that should be him as a player. The lore and the importance of reaching that the top of the mountain is because he played a role. Like, not just he played on the team. Like, there's key moments throughout that playoff run that he had a direct impact on.
He's just not
at a young age,
going up.
Big time. Yeah. These are flowers for Tavon. Yeah. I don't want to say anything negative at the fact that it took him this long to get his 100. But yo, shouts to him, bro. He's just a kid from the Bronx. He's improved.
He's also had injuries before
financially much. Like we talked about on early episodes of the podcast about his passing, and like you said, in MLS Cup, that during that run, he had some incredible passes. Bro.
Remember during that when Tinnerholm got hurt in 2021, it was like, yo, this guy can't cross the ball for nothing.
Yeah.
And then he's the one that's crossing the ball to score.
Didn't he have two?
In the playoff?
I think he had two major assists in the playoff final, or not the final, but in the
no, because I think the goal against Atlanta.
Atlanta also was him.
Again, I think against Atlanta he might have gone a crossing. I think with me, and especially this match, I realized fast how much we missed his defense in this match.
Yeah,
because he was coming back from injury, but he was putting in some tackles that it was crazy. Like running back, he was locking down folks today, or we're recording after the match. And I was just not mesmerized because I've seen him play, obviously, but more of like, I'm like, you look like you want on one, like you were trying to be in your bag. I was like how NBA guys do it. Like he was trying to get in his bag. He was not letting anybody get one over, step over on him. He was on it, and I think Elenic fills a nice role for us, but he does not give us that. And I think we really missed that on the defensive side. And I wonder, hopefully, that maybe corrects a little bit of that ship going forward with like the last minute goals that we give up, type of stuff, where we can have somebody there where it's just going to be just locked in all the time when it comes to defense.
Facts.
And not afraid to get like dirty with people, because you know how he gets when he gets his energy. He's like, you know,
like I said, he's a kid from the Bronx. He definitely acts like it at times.
Think about it. Shouts to him, like you said, financially, how he's been able to help his family, probably. Get to the national team, to the Jamaican national team. To be able to lift multiple trophies, the Campeones Cup, the MLS Cup, be part of a team at such a young age, and be able to hold the responsibility and hold the weight of that position. So, shouts to him, and hopefully we get more players, youth players like Johnny Shore, Cavallo, like these kids. Maybe one day Carrizo, like when they get to 100 appearances, we could say the same things about them.
Hell yeah.
That'd be dope, bro. We have one of those. If we have that Barcelona moment where the whole 11 is just homegrowns, that would be kind of cool.
NYCFC Twitter will probably be going crazy.
Oh,
we could win the cup with 11 former academy players, and people would be like, "Yo, sign 41-year-old ex-player from somewhere." You know, like we can't do it with them.
We can't do it with them.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Speaking of Barcelona, though, huh? Hey, Spidey, huh? How you doing? Anyway. Anyway,
Barcelona pulled out a giant Arsenal banner at the end of the game.
Hilarious.
Oh, wait. Did they really? I didn't see that.
Yes, fucking way.
I stopped watching that one. Like, they had 2 or 3 minutes left of the match. I turned it off.
No, I saw a video on Twitter or something about it. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Nah, bro.
That's so
But hold up.
That is thug life, bro. That's some gangster shit.
But Dave, I wanna then start it up. What you thought about the match overall?
Oh, overall, I thought it was tough. I thought it was gritty. I thought it was gonna end 0-0, like Sanchez said. I actually texted you guys on the group chat, and I said, "Shit, Sanchez might be right. I think it's gonna end 0s." Yeah, Toronto's trash, bro. They offensively, I think they have 13 shots on target, I believe it was, or 12.
12. No, total shots 12.
Total
no
shots,
big shots.
Yeah. Total shot. I think they had 1 shot on target. Other than that, they just had the ball the whole time, and it was just like, okay, it was one of those matches where it was like we weren't even really trying to park the bus, and it made it seem like we were parking the bus. Lucky for us, that controversial penalty, I don't know. It could have went either way for me. The penalty. I'm glad it went our way. But yeah, it's just one of those games you're gonna look back at, not even look back. It's just one of those games where I feel like you just forget about it, and hopefully we can ride the momentum of a win going into the next 2 weeks, because I think the next 2 matches, maybe 3 matches, we are at home.
Yeah, City, Yankee, and Yankee, I think, or City.
Yeah,
Yankee,
we have a decent amount of games at home in the month of May.
Yeah,
and
so hopefully we build off of it. Is what I gathered from this game. But yeah, it was a bit of a it was all right. It was all right.
We have 8 games in the month of May.
Holy shit! Yo, are you planning a move and seeking a reliable, veteran-owned company to handle your belongings with care? Well, look no further than Tri-State Marines Moving. Founded by a Marine veteran, Christian and his platoon bring discipline, commitment, and the strength of the core to every job. Whether you're relocating your home or office, need packing and storage solutions, junk removal, or even power washing and Mother Nature cleanups, they got you covered. Serving the tri-state area with pride and professionalism, they ensure a seamless and stress-free moving experience. Listen, I'm not just reading the advertisement here. I actually used these guys a couple months ago and everything turned out great. Everything was placed where we wanted. The best part was nothing was broken. So trust the strength of the Marines for your next move. All their info is found on Instagram, which is at TMM_914. Also, tell them Boop sent you. Tri-State Marines Moving for all your moving needs.
Well then, it was not 0-0. 0-0 thrillers that I am a fan of when they are thrillers. 0-0 boredomanias are not. The first half was kind of like that in a way, right? Like
a little slow.
The weather wasn't as cooperative. Like, it was windy, it was cold, and you could have had protection if you would have had one of these scarves.
Hey, you see? Well, I talked about the ad. Yousef.
This fucking guy. It's just
the best 10 years of our lives scarves that I have on sale for $30, two for $50. And on the other side, look at this. You know what I mean? New York City Football Club with the trophy.
Those look like some quality scarves.
Yeah. It is quality, high quality, very thick, very warm.
I can tell from the 1080 camera.
You know what I mean?
What was the Roughneck? Is it quality? I don't even know.
I think this is better than Roughneck quality, to be honest.
That shit. I don't even think that company exists anymore.
It's Rough Rider.
FUBU. For us, by us. You know what I mean?
There you go. We are, if it's one thing, NYCFC merch is very FUBU, or at least for certain people.
You know what I mean? So
FUBU.
If you had one of these scarves, you could have been able to bear the elements. There was a point in the first half where I forget who was going to take the corner kick, and they set the ball down in the corner, and the ball moved.
Yep.
And I was like, that's how windy it is. When the ball moves on the ground, it's windy. But we mentioned how the flags were moving, and I forget. I think it was in the first half also. There was like a ball in the air, and it's just like it went the other way. Like it just like stopped going the direction it was intended to. So I think that kind of had something to do with adjustment of style of play for the game for especially our players who were probably not as used to that type of weather recently. But the second half kind of picked up. Obviously picked up pretty immediately with the goal, with the penalty kick, which is a penalty, a clear penalty. The ref did a good job by calling it on the field immediately because it was that obvious, and from the angle that he was at, it was what's the guy's name? Thompson, I think it was number 6. Number 6 Thompson. He hacked him from behind. Clipped his boot. That was Alonso Martinez who got clipped as well, right? Yeah, he got.
It was like a dumbass penalty. Like, why fight it? Like, you clearly your studs really are on the back of his leg
from behind.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a clear penalty. Was Jonathan Osorio, their captain, trying to argue against them? Like, bro, like, did you see what he did?
Stupid.
Are you watching the same game?
For a second, I thought Maxi was gonna take it because he was kind of like just standing there, and I was like, "This is gonna be interesting, like a Maxi versus Sean Johnson penalty right now in this scenario."
So when that happened, I was gonna text 2 things to the group chat. 1, he better fucking score. 2, because of the kicks and misses, like that's not a good look for everybody. No. Everybody, the coach, Martinez for allowing this to happen, not being able to take the kick, and Morales for taking the kick away from. But then I remember flashback. He's done that already multiple times this season for the penalty kicks that Alonso Martinez has taken this year. Maxi has gotten the ball and held on to the ball while the discussion is going on, while everybody's in the ref's face. He's gotten the ball, and then once the ref says no, time to kick, he hands the ball over to Martinez. He places it down and kicks the ball. It's so he's the one getting the psyched out getting yelled at, getting the shit talk. Because you saw Johnson talking shit to Maxey on the broadcast when Maxey had the ball when they were getting.
That's what I'm saying. Cause he had the little smile, like a smirk, like, "Oh, we're like this. We're gonna do."
It's the psychology behind it. So Maxey knows I'm not. You talk all the smack to me because I'm not the one kicking it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to my buddy, who's been he's been pretty good from the penalty spot this year. He had that one outlandish miss that was like fucking hit off the crossbar, but
he made his first one against Atlanta.
Yes,
and then he horrendously missed the second one.
That was against Minnesota.
Minnesota, I think it was.
Minnesota at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. He skyrocketed that shit.
Yeah. So
and this one, so he's like two out of three. That's not bad.
Both times Maxey took the ball and did this whole.
It could be a good tactic.
This whole CONCACAF thing going on, like CONCACAF tactics.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
The concave cup or whatever.
It's it's crazy because that is no. I'm saying that's you have to play into that. If you're gonna play here, you have to play into those tactics. If you you have to. It's part of our nature of this league. Is like do it.
Yeah. So with the dark arts, I did not appreciate the tweet New York City FC put out of the goal. Could Yousef put some of the dark arts on the screen for me?
Boom, bow. I didn't even know we had this up.
Listen, man, pre-production meetings happen for a reason. So this is the penalty kick that the team posted out, never in doubt, buddy.
Yeah,
this penalty kick was in doubt.
Yeah,
right?
Sean
Johnson was right there.
Sean Johnson went the right way. I was waiting for you to stop talking so I can jump in and say, Sean Johnson went the right way. Shouts to him.
Yeah,
it was just
he just didn't get low enough fast enough.
Yeah. He just didn't get low enough. Yeah,
it's just the pace of it really what beat him.
Yep.
Like
no, I just think he didn't get low enough. He didn't get to the ground fast enough because he went the right direction. His hand was in the direction of the ball was going, but he was just too above the ball. The ball went kind of low. That was a doubtful. It was one of those kicks when you're watching, you're just like, okay, good, we scored. Like because.
Now you absolutely right. I thought it was gonna get blocked because he went the right way.
Yeah,
arm was exactly where it needed to be. It was just a little bit off.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. I love that movie, yo. What's that movie again? The baseball
Major League.
Major League.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah. But do you think heading into that penalty that we were looking like we were gonna score?
Not really.
There was a couple moments. There was.
They got scary right before that.
There was a couple through balls where it was just like, oh. There was like not up to after that moment. Julian Fernandez had a moment where he had a through ball get passed and he just kicked it off. Didn't Wolf have a pass? Play.
They had the sequence where he got the save and then. So there were chances.
There were chances. Not. I don't know how high of an XG these chances were. I doubt they were that high.
Nah.
But to answer your question, do you think we would have scored? I'm not too sure.
That's my thing now. Is like
I'm not too sure we would have scored
against Toronto, who we're all in agreement are basura, right? And they're a bad team.
Yeah.
Coming out of that first half, we were like playing up to their level or down to their level, or maybe that's just our level. Who knows? But to come out of it, I'm trying to just play devil's advocate. For it to just be a penalty against this team, I'm gonna take the win, but I'm not gonna get too hype about it. Just because this is a team that Bernadeschi wasn't really doing much. Insigne came in super late. And we could even get played into the crazy tactics of it all because what's this dude's name? Flores kept becoming a foul machine. And I'm like, yo, draw him in, get the red card, and then you could able to get into the midfield because we lost the midfield in the first half.
Yeah.
We had nothing. And that's why I was getting afraid that on the second half, because we're gonna play towards the wind, that and we were playing that route one ball. I'm like, yo, how are we gonna play this out? Because that ball's just gonna die in the air the way we're playing. So what's the game plan here? Like I don't know. I'm trying to not to be too pessimistic just because just an energy, but I'm not thinking too many positives out of this match, to be honest with you. Like
I think as much as Toronto lacked creativity offensively, I kind of feel.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I feel like we did as well. It's there's still a lot of questions that we have that need answers, and creativity. We're not doing it. Go ahead.
I think the one of the thing is that are we too predictable on how are we trying to score? Like everybody in the building knows we're trying to get the ball to Alonso Martinez.
Yep.
And now we're doing a lot more and more week after week after week of these long like route one balls, like you say, long passes over the top or on the ground, trying to get through balls to Martinez from a far distance instead of like short passes to get to him. It's like we're going for longer passes. Are we becoming too predictable?
The midfield's not there,
and teams are being know what our game plan is. Our game plan is X, so we just have to defend against this, and we won't be able to score on nobody.
I think until we get somebody else on that starting lineup to match his goal output, the defenses are just gonna focus on him because right now they're saying no one else can score the ball but him. So you don't have Ojeda not scoring, Julian's not scoring, Maxi's not really scoring. So until that happens, I think that is going to be predictable because we don't have productivity coming from anywhere else.
It's kind of like those basketball teams that just have one superstar on the team, and it's like, all right, let's double up AI, let's double up Curry or whatever it is, but it's like we know teams going in, they know, okay, Alonso's the only one that's scoring. Let's make sure that we're putting more pressure on him. So I 100% agree that we're a very predictable team, which is why I like the signing of
O'Neal,
Aiden O'Neal. Hopefully he's one of those that can start scoring as well. Because he's as we said before, he had a success on the former CFG team on Melbourne. So hopefully we get a little bit of that, when he starts playing for us and shit. But like, I don't know. I think this is the theme of the season. We're very predictable. There's no real creativity. Maxi's still playing too many minutes.
What's today? He got subbed out about in the 72nd minute, I think it was. He got subbed out. Which
who, Maxi?
Yes.
78th,
78th.
78 for Andres Perea, who we spoke about earlier. Burke Risa came in for Johnny Shore. Julian Fernandez came in for Ojeda, which is a like for like sub in the way, and Cavallo 402, which is like for like those subs kind of was okay. When the Maxi and Perea sub, I texted the group chat. We're parking the bus, like we're trying to defend, put a little bit more defensive,
little hold,
a little defensive view of the game. Like even though he does provide offense, but like he's also a little bit more defensive than Maxi will be. Burke Reese for Johnny Shore. We adding another center back. That means we're definitely gonna sit back a little bit deeper.
Bro, that man took a shot to the face.
Bro,
I think it hit his chest first and then it hit his face.
Yeah, he sold that heavy duty, bro.
Yeah,
he sold that. Bro,
it hit his face, bro.
That hit his face. Watch wrestling again, bro. He sold that like
John Cena.
Like John Cena, and then he did the one eye like
LeBron.
Everybody,
like LeBron and shit.
Like okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm good. He did the hand squeeze twice to make he's good. Kayfabe.
Like it's just that to me is just I feel like that's dark arts, but also roll around a little bit. Why not? Did we get it? That was no, because we're trying to score. I'm thinking that we get a free kick out of that, but I don't know. The subs always add a little bit of energy though, because we look like we were trying to do something at the end there.
Yeah.
Yo, Wolf got a little spark. You saw him. I feel like once Nico got there, for some reason he felt inspired to kind of like get in it, because he was putting in some tackles. There was that one of those weird link-up plays that I watched the game with my nephew, and he was like, "Oh, they're doing like tiki taka." Between it was him, Julian, Alonso. They were just like all playing well with each other. But why does it always have to be like in the last two matches have been like the last 20 minutes is where they pick up a energy? But I'm like, why not earlier in the match? When like, why are you waiting for the
I did notice that. I did notice that too. Yeah, they were they were passing very well. I don't know, maybe because it was mostly subs in that passing range. Obviously they got more energy than the majority of the players on the pitch. But yeah, I don't know why you would wait, to step it up at that moment. Maybe that's all they got. Who knows? Man?
Oh, and then we got a 90, and then Bakra comes in the 90th, sort of like we know what's happening there.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Closing time.
That means we ain't doing much no more. You know what I mean?
Pack the bags, leave.
So, closing time.
Pack it up, buddy.
Time for the beginning.
All right, guys. We have hopefully a better weather game coming up next week at City Field. At May the 4th be with you.
Star Wars night, baby.
I believe the team
is ready.
I think the team is giving a pin, some type of a commemorative pin to the at the gates.
And the 501 is going to be there for those Star Wars nerds.
What's the 501?
So I got you. The 501 is I'm going to just keep it simple. They're essentially a cosplay organization that they go around, do charity work for kids, and they'll dress as characters of Star Wars. So they're one of our supporters and a listener. He is part of the organizing group for that. So he's going to have them come in, and it's going to be able to, kids take photos and stuff like that. So
that's dope.
It'll be fun. So I think they're going to be outside around the Apple at City.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun theme night.
Nice.
We've seen in the past NYCFC fans come in dressed for these games in costumes.
Yeah.
And also, I'm about to give you guys a freaking scorching hot take.
Oh man.
Scorching hot take. I had a conversation yesterday with somebody and they agreed with me. Indiana Jones is the better franchise trilogy than Star Wars.
I'm trying really hard right now.
Go back and watch Indiana Jones and then come back to me.
Nah.
I feel like Indiana Jones movies, but
you understand the door you just opened. We'll be here another hour.
Listen to the listeners out there. Indiana Jones is like Tavon Gray. And very important. You just don't realize.
You know why I say no?
How impactful it really is.
The reason why I'm gonna say no, and again, this could be a way too long of a conversation. Indiana Jones, one, is not just a trilogy.
And I think he's going trilogy for trilogy.
So 4, 5, 6, so 4, 5, 6 to OG Indiana Jones
is OG Indiana Jones.
Yes,
and then
that's what he
4, 5. Yeah, and
at least that's how I.
Because Indiana Jones is better than 1, 2, 3.
Yo, I'm trying real hard right now, bro. We're trying.
That's an easy. That's an easy fucking.
You're literally talking to somebody that literally like this is.
Yeah, I understand that right now. But you're like, when was the last time you watched Indiana Jones?
I watched. I think last year as well.
Last year. I'm not saying that they're bad. Indiana Jones movies are not bad. Obviously, they're classic movies, but are they better than Star Wars OG? I mean, they're both. You understand, like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas kind of like mirrored each other around that time as well. Like that's why Harrison Ford was even in the movie. So like there are similarities, so that you can compare them. But it's I would rewatch Star Wars more often than I would Indiana Jones.
Right.
Yeah. The way my head went from talking about City Field to like
matching the apple is the fucking ball rolling.
Okay. Hold on. The reason why I stayed, no, I'm not gonna go off. The reason why I stayed quiet is because I was really trying to
not curse me out.
No. It has nothing to do with it. I was really trying to think about what you were saying because I didn't grow up in a house that was into sci-fi. Like we didn't watch Star Trek, whatever the fuck it's called on UPN 9 or whatever the fucking channel was.
Oh, that's that's Star Trek Deep Space
whatever
9.
used to come on as a child on UPN 9. We wasn't watching that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yep,
yeah. The dude from Reading Rainbow, he had the glasses.
On. He had the fucking clitoris on his forehead and shit.
And remember, I don't know if y'all know or not, but we back in the day we used to have a video store.
Yeah,
on 100 in Central Park West, and I feel like Indiana Jones was the movie or movies that were getting rented more or being watched more. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a good conversation. That's not something I was expecting to jump in. I would have to go back and go bar for bar. Put Star Wars on, put part 1 on. Because I'll argue part 5. Because for me, as a kid, I like part 2, Indiana Jones part 2. And I think that's the worst one. Like when I started getting into my film shit, part 2 is trash. Like it's not trash, but it's like it's not as good as part 1 and part 3. The story, you know. But like I like part 2. That shit was creepy. It was weird, you know, like the dude's heart came out and shit. Like it was like
it.
I don't know, bro. Sanchez might. Yeah, he's on to something, bro.
Nah,
it's like I'm letting the best pop albums of all time.
That's not even an argument, bro.
Original press.
Oh wow, really?
Press now it's Illmatic album. I found this shit yesterday. First edition.
OG press.
That's why the color's kind of off.
Yeah. That's fucking wild.
Old it is, bro.
You fucked me up with that one, bro.
Listen, man.
Because you tapped into
because we live in a society that's brainwashed us to believe that Star Wars is do or end all. When I hear you guys all talking about all these Star Wars shows and how fucking trash they are,
trash. Andor's not trash.
Every time people talk about these shows, it's like, oh,
nah, because that's Twitter, bro. That's not. Listen, have there been trash episodes of Star Wars? Yes, but I wouldn't say there's been. It's like it's hard because I don't know. Star Wars is such a open world now. Like
goggles,
you know, like
goggles. Take them off, bro.
Take them off. You know what? I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring this conversation up to
take it to work.
What's that word? Cinephiles?
Yeah, cinephiles. Yeah,
that's what cinephile. I'm gonna take it up. I'm gonna take it up to those fools. Because by the way, I saw a meme. It was mad funny. It was like dudes talking about movies and then breaking down these like very smart and artsy films, and then somebody was like, "Yo, the Jackie Chan shit." They got all the Jackie Chan movies. Nah, it was two different cinephiles, like on how they like both like movies. It was this dude,
Denzel Washington,
Jonathan David Washington.
He looked at him and was like, "The fuck is you talking about, bro?"
Like, yo, they got the box set of Jackie Chan. I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking with Washington on that one. So I don't know, Sanchez. You might be. I'm not gonna say you right,
but I'm onto something.
It's a discussion.
I really have.
It could be a discussion. It can be a discussion, and I think it has been. But
yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna agree a little bit with Sanchez as well because it's been so tainted, like this allure of like this whole big world of Star Wars. It's the $1 billion franchise. They put so
Kingdom
much
of the Crystal Skulls is all I have to say.
Okay, but The Last Jedi. Have you not seen that shit? Like, come on, dog. It's just as bad.
But that's what I'm saying. Where it's just like if we're gonna go
and hold on, if you're going
to there is a movie in The Last Jedi though,
and there's a movie in
Kingdom of Crystal Skull was trash. Shia LaBeouf, get the fuck out of my
No. I'm gonna argue with you here, Sanchez. Who do they say built the pyramids?
Who do they say? Who I believe built the pyramids?
Who do they say built the pyramids?
The ancient Egyptians.
Or the aliens.
Who do you think built the pyramids? You know what I'm saying? Just for your moment.
The Anunnaki people, bro.
Yeah. The aliens, right?
Yeah.
So how can you be mad at an Indiana Jones movie that has aliens in it?
Exactly.
No, I'm not mad at the movie having aliens. It's just the movie.
That's what people are mad about.
This is basically Passion of the Christ, bro. This shit is stories, right?
I just didn't like the movie.
Hold on. Which, by the way, they coming out with a part 2.
How, son?
Because he came back.
He came back.
What you mean? How? We just fucking celebrated this man coming back. Like, what's wrong with
Passion of Christ 2, Electric Boogaloo. What are you talking about, bro?
Passion of Christ 2, the streets. Come on, dog. He's really out here, yeah. Doing work and shit.
Passion of the Christ in the hood.
Listen, he's out here, bro.
It's just Jesus and leprechaun.
Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? We open up a can of worms, dog.
Bro,
we can talk about this.
Whoever's still listening to this pod right now, right?
Yeah.
Leave in the comments.
Y'all gotta thank
I know, hold on. I know Charlie, our boy Charlie. Shouts to him.
It's gonna go
I know because he listens to the pod from start to finish. He's gonna text me. He's gonna text me around 11, around
Put it
12.
in the group chat. Charlie, text the group chat, the chat that we
have.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he watches this for breakfast. Yeah, that's correct.
Put it this way.
He's gonna be yelling at his TV. I know he's gonna be
Charlie's a huge star. He's thinking about buying extra tickets, regardless if people can come or not, just to have more pins. No, just for the pins.
So you just keep walking in and out.
Yeah. He's like, I got 5 tickets. I want 5 pins. He's a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I think he got like 4 Star Wars tattoos, maybe more.
Yeah, he has a Bad Batch, and
he may got a Darth Vader one as well.
Could be, yeah. Oh man.
So yeah,
so Mark, you really fucked me up with that one, bro. Because my head right now is like, yeah. Before we get too crazy, let's just.
You need a higher IQ to appreciate.
Fuck out of here.
I wasn't mad at Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, bro. I was not mad at it.
Yeah, I went to go see that in the theater with my boy, and I was just
alien. Like, what the fuck?
I wasn't mad at the alien part. I was mad at more the actual story. Like
aliens could exist.
Yeah, I could bring chaos and disruption to the pod as well.
Yeah, man. May 4th. So yeah, I'm bringing the family. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna try to get 3 pins.
Hey,
I'm not sure if the baby's gonna come. It's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be like in the 50s.
Quite nippy. Once again, you need a scarf to keep warm. You know what I mean?
We might leave baby girl at grandma's house.
I thought you were gonna say you leave her in the car. I'm like, what's wrong with you,
bro?
But we play Cincinnati though. So what you guys think there, man?
Oh, that's a win. That's a win
against Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's a tough team, but
the number 1 team, bro.
Yeah, I know. Straight up. You know this podcast is very positive. We never say we're losing on this one. We win in it's gonna be a tie 2-2. 2-2 draw. Yep.
Listen, times like this, I like to be wrong. Right? Like we predicted most of us predicted ties for this game today, and we won against Toronto. So
yeah.
These are good times to be wrong in life. 2-2 sounds very intriguing. City Field, man. It's somewhere off. It's that fucking stadium is fucking just a bunch of
losing.
There's a
lot of last minute losing happens in that stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like that stadium, bro.
Mets energy.
I'm gonna go 1-1. How about that? Just to be different. The tie, but same but different.
Same but different.
I'm gonna go 2-1 us.
Oh,
and the only reason why is because it is City Field, and they're gonna have to adjust more just to the size. Like,
yes, sir.
That's because they play a very I don't know if they push because it's yelling. So I forget if they push their wings up like that, but they can sit back really much, like a lot. So it's the pitch is too narrow for that formation. So they're gonna have to switch it up one way or another. And obviously, like our killer Acosta's not there. So
yeah.
Will this be the first time we face him without Acosta?
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
All right, so then. Yeah, so this is gonna be a completely different look.
Yeah, but they're still in first place. So
I know they're because they're cooking. This dude scored a crazy goal today. Supposedly, like people are saying the goal of the season so far.
If we beat Cincinnati, is that considered an upset?
Right now, yes,
big time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah, that's an upset.
We're currently in 9th.
They played who they played today? Sporting City, right?
Yeah.
You said they had a golazo?
Yeah, Denke, he had a bicycle. They won 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
I guess Sporting is a little struggling, but it's still, again, they're not. It's not like they're a bad team. Like it's they're number one for a reason.
Update: Nashville beat Chicago 7-2. Chicago got 2 pity goals.
Look at that.
Pity goals. Yep.
So I'm gonna say 2-1 us just on the power of the force.
Hey, may the force. I was gonna say the
power of the force.
Yep.
Power of the force. Yes.
I think
that's why
Jedi.
These are the wins I'm looking.
These are the wins we're looking for.
You know, unless they come out and be like, "Yo, fuck them kids," and just start slicing and dicing.
Master. What should we do? Anakin was like, check this out. But hell yeah, man.
Let's get out of here.
No, what a pod, bro. This is
shouts to everybody once again. Shouts to whoever braved the weather and made that trip. Shouts to everybody who went to the game today in Toronto and then went to the Metallica concert right after that at the Rogers Center.
Damn. If you were there, you listen.
Metallica shirt today too, bro. Fuck.
I want you guys to leave a comment if you guys went to Toronto and went to the concert. Leave a comment in the.
And you got this far on the episode.
Yes.
If you finished the fucking episode too.
Word. And again, we're on we're trying to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. So share it, like it because it helps all that extra, YouTube algorithm stuff. Because it's just 3 motherfuckers here trying to do this shit.
Hell yeah, guys! But all right, y'all. This is the NYCFC Forever podcast, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.